Okay, hey YouTube. This video is a big fuck you to the mainstream media that keeps on portraying transgender rights, trans issues, as some sort of public debate. Fuck that bullshit. Transgender rights aren't a public debate. It's not up for a vote to determine which bathroom we use or if we have to go pee in the bushes. You don't get an opinion on my rights. You don't get an opinion on other people's rights. Rights aren't something that are only granted with your consent and agreement. Rights are things that are given to you by virtue of the fact that you are a human being, that you are a citizen of the United States. So what some idiot at the Heritage Foundation thinks when he writes an op-ed for the Philadelphia Inquirer doesn't matter. Sorry you only decided to care about transgender issues after you lost on marriage equality, but that's your problem, not mine. Then, the Denver Post today published a piece by Peter Sprigg, who is really nothing more than a hack for conservative family values or whatever bullshit they try to pass their anti-LGBT bias off as. Quoting Zucker, who has been thoroughly discredited and pretty much run out on a rail of the medical community when it comes to treating gender dysphoria. These are people who believe that conversion therapy is not only acceptable, but a good idea, and conversion therapy is what leads to people committing suicide. But for some reason, papers like the Philadelphia Inquirer, the Denver Post, they are giving column space to people who either don't know what they're talking about or have a very clear anti-transgender bias. And that raises the question of, why does the media do this? Do you think those newspapers would give space to David Duke and the KKK to write an op-ed about Black Lives Matter? Fuck, no they wouldn't. So why do they give this same column space to somebody who is clearly advancing an anti-transgender agenda? Oh, because that makes the transgender debate more interesting. If they present both sides of the debate, then they can pretend like they're being fair and balanced, even though one side is clearly uninformed, not backed by the scientific and medical communities, and attempting to legislate transgender people out of existence. This isn't a fair and balanced debate. This is one side trying to oppress another group's rights. And the fact that the mainstream media, even people like the New York Times, are enabling this or allowing this and perpetuating this is deeply, deeply problematic. So, the mainstream media needs to get their shit together and quit running over trans people.